Hi guys. As discussed in the previous introduction videos about how we can be productive in our day-to-day work using AutoCAD, we will do that right away by creating our own AutoCAD commands using AutoLISP. If we rely mainly using the normal or basic AutoCAD commands, or we use the menus extensively, we are wasting significant amount of time just by navigating through the sequence of commands and manually providing every option required. We lose few seconds in every click of the mouse or in every keyboard stroke. However, if we have our own customized commands or macros, we can accomplish the same objective with a single command or fewer keyboard strokes, hence saving us time. So in this lesson, we will be using the blocks and tables imperial drawing, this one here. Let me open that up. And let's go to the model space. So this is our test drawing. Now let's begin creating our own commands or macros. Let's start with the zoom commands. So if you use the normal AutoCAD commands, we type in zoom and then window, for example. And if we want to go back, we want to zoom and previews. Or let's say we zoom window again and we zoom extent. We have to type the Z and E, and we are back to the extent of the drawing. We can also make use of some of these commands here. Let's say we zoom in this area and you can use this one here. So this is good. At least just one single click and we're good. However, for some other commands, like if we are deep into this area and we want to zoom all, there's always this extra stroke of the keyboard that needs to be pressed. So what we're going to do is we will customize our zoom commands. So there are a few ways to do that. We can type in the command line directly. Let's say we define function. Let's say ZE for zoom extents. Then we type in the commands here. Command zoom, then extend, then close it. So now if, let's say we are zoom in this area and we want to zoom extents, just type zoom extents or ZE and we're back. We can also customize the zoom previews, for example. Define Z. Let's say I don't want the ZP because the distance from the Z to P is quite far, so it takes a little bit of time to type in the Z and P. I want it to be just ZZ, and then command zoom previews and then enter. If you notice that this is basically the sequence of the zoom command. You type in the zoom, then enter P for previews and then enter. So double quote is enter. Two double quotes is represented as enter. So do that, and we are missing one more parenthesis here. We will learn all these in the next coming videos. How to create how to program in AutoLISP with the same number of open and close parentheses. Okay, so now if I am, for example, zoom in here and I want to zoom previews, just type in double Z and we're back. So it's very fast. You don't have to Z then P. You save there at least a few seconds or 1 second at least. So however, now we have the commands in memory for this drawing. The problem with writing the commands in this command prompt is that if we close the drawing, let's say I close this drawing, I don't need to save it, and we open it up again. Let's go to the model space. Let's say zoom in here, and if I type my double Z, it's gone, which means that it's not stored in memory anymore. It's only active in your current drawing. However, there is a workaround for that. There's a proper way of writing the AutoLISP commands or programs. We can do that by creating our own file. So in this case, I have here open up the Notepad++. So let's start creating our own commands now. Let's comment out and put to categorize each command. Let's say this is for the Zoom commands. So instead of typing in the command prompt, we will type it here. Let's say define CZE for Zoom extents. Then we can issue the command zoom, then extent, then that's it. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say define C zoom all ZA command zoom all. Let's do another one. Let's say C. So basically this file will be your own macros. So you can continually update this one or create your own commands once you get more familiarized yourself, with AutoLISP functionalities. But in the meantime, I would just like to show you how you can be more productive right away by creating your own shortcuts. ZZ, for example, here, command zoom previous. Oops, I missed one double quote here. Alright, so let's start with this one first. Let me save this one in my computer here. I created a folder AutoLISP, and it should be an LSP file. Let's say my commands.lsp, okay, and save it. So now we have this one. So there are a few ways to load this program into our AutoCAD. One way is we can do the load command, specify the path using the front slash. It was stored in my AutoLISP folder and my commands.lsp. Okay. So now if I type in ZZ, there you go. It's already active. If I zoom in here and type ZE, zoom extents. If I zoom here again and ZA for zoom all, there it is. So another way to do that, instead of you can actually just use the arrow up and down to, let's say you have updated this file. For example, we add another command. Let's say Z5. This is we are zooming with a scale factor of 0.5, for example. Command zoom 0.5x. Okay. Then we save the file and we load it here. So instead of doing the load command, we can also use the up command or upload command, and then we can choose this function here to add the contents. This is the one. Add it. It's already added. Okay, so close it now, which means that if we close this drawing, let's save it and then reopen it back again, and we go to our model, it is already created. So let me try that. Zoom here and ZZ. There we go. If let's say zoom 5x 0.5 scale factor ZE. So that's it. For example, we add one more, define C Z2 command zoom. Let's put this one as a scale factor of 2 instead of 0.5, 2 times, so it will zoom 2 times bigger, and save it. If I close this one and reopen it again, and we type Z2, yep, zoom us 2 times, see? So you can continually update your commands list file, keep adding shortcuts, and you should be able to have your own command compilation. In the next video, we will be exploring more on the layer commands, so we can optimize our working time with AutoCAD using those shortcuts rather than going through the menus or the regular way of issuing those layer commands. I'll see you in the next video.